We've already had a podcast, actually.
And welcome to Punch Drunk Sports, where winners win. We are back in the studio. Bill Burr was interviewing a famous drummer. Who was the drummer?
That was Kenny Aronoff.
Kenny, good old Kenny Aronoff. That guy's a fucking legend.
From which band?
You know, he's in a bunch of them. He's been in. He had his own band, then he had several other bands. So trust me on that one.
He did the very famous drum beat on Jack and Diane.
Yeah.
That's his,
really?
He's Mellencamp's drummer.
God.
Wow.
God. Joining us in studio, he's quite a musician himself. You can see him on. He's the Wave. Is it now just the Wave? It's not the all Negro Wave.
Yeah. For TV purposes, it's
And,
just the Wave.
and
yeah.
you can see him on Kill Tony every Monday at the Comedy Store. And he's got a great new podcast. Please welcome to the show, Jeremiah Watkins, everybody.
Hooray.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on?
Welcome. So thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about your podcast?
Yeah, so basically, it's a podcast where anybody can call in at any time. It gives a chance for me and the guest to do characters and impressions with each other. So we could be having a conversation, and then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, I think we're gonna call, and then it's
I
us
like that.
doing, yeah.
Who's that famous radio guy that did all the calls on his phone? They showed video of it. You're like, this is insane.
Phil Hendry.
Phil Hendry.
Yeah.
You remember that guy? Oh, I mean, they showed video of him doing it, and he's got phones from the '80s, like the old house
Yeah, he's got
phones.
mics all over the
Yeah,
place
yeah, and
and
he's
like
like, boom,
hopping
boom, boom.
around. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. What's the name of it?
It's called Jeremiah Wonders.
Jeremiah Wonders. What made you want to do that kind of podcast?
Well, on Kill Tony, a lot of people like the characters that I've been doing. Like on Kill Tony, we do different characters every single week, and we improvise around those characters. So it's a new and different character every week, and I wanted to find a way to do kind of a similar but different thing on my own platform.
No. Yeah, I think that's great.
And there's a segment at the end of every episode of Jeremiah Wonders called Sax Talk, where you tell a story of a sexual encounter, and I play sweet, sweet saxophone underneath you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's super fun.
Sax just doesn't get the love it used to, huh?
No, man.
The
it's
ladies just don't bone sax guys anymore.
It was huge in the 80s, but I'm trying to make it come back.
Yeah, I mean, guitars are going away too. Like they're talking about how everybody who makes guitars, like they're taking huge losses because who's the great guitar hero right now? I mean, I was growing up there.
What's the guy from Texas, the black guy?
See, that's what the Texas guy.
You know what I'm talking about.
The Texas black guy.
Yeah, he plays Epiphone. Fuck. Anyway.
What was that
White.
Spanish animated movie?
Yeah,
that
Jack
just came
White.
out?
That's it.
What?
What was the name of it? No, it was huge. It was Coco.
Giant. Coco. So guitar sales for kids spiked like crazy after that came out.
Oh, really?
Because everybody, all the kids saw the little kid playing guitar in it, and they're like, I want to learn how to play guitar. So maybe if there's more movies like that.
Gary Clark
come out.
Jr. He's the guitar hero right now.
Ah.
There's a lot.
Was he in Black Panther?
No.
Did you guys see that?
He's the only one
No,
who wasn't.
I'm going
actually.
to see it.
Dude, it's great.
It's good. Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
it's
I
really
love
good.
Marvel movies. Everyone gets so mad because they're all they're making are superhero movies. Well, the reason they're doing that because they're the only movies that we know are guaranteed to be good. I mean, what was the bad Marvel flick? Anybody? The bad one?
The first Punisher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from way back in the day, right?
You mean in the last
People
5
say-
years?
Yeah. I mean, when they've been really clicking
The Fantastic
since
Four.
Disney.
Fantastic
let's
Four
say-
absolutely
Yeah.
sucked.
Let's just say this: since Disney bought them.
Thor, Dark World, that was shit.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that.
I didn't mind it.
What about the Incredible Hulk 2008?
Was that Banner?
When did Disney
Was
buy
that the Ang
Marvel?
Lee? Was that the Ang Lee version?
Actually, they've never gotten that right. Every
think
Hulk
so, yeah.
sucked.
Well,
Every
you know
Hulk
why
sucked.
the Hulk is getting better? Because the CGI is getting better.
The Spider-Man where he did like a long salsa dance in the middle of it.
Oh,
whatever
Spider-Man 2. The
I
Amazing
think it was
Spider-Man
That's
2.
Spider-Man 3, dude.
That sucked.
That was horrible.
Okay,
But I mean, the one-
I'm wrong.
But the
I'm
most
wrong.
recent Spider-Man is
That
one
was
of the
great.
best Marvel movies there was.
It's really
The-
good.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the 2012 Spider-Man. The second Amazing Spider-Man, I guess. Like, that one was not good. The second one with Garfield,
I didn't
one.
like
Yeah,
the I didn't
yeah,
like the
yeah.
Andrew Garfield
Yeah,
ones
Yeah,
that,
at
those
all.
weren't good.
I wasn't.
This
I,
new kid's
I-
great though.
I thought they tried to make Andrew Garfield way too cool. I was like,
Exactly.
Peter
And when I-
Parker's not cool.
And
What are
when
you talking
you're
about?
right. And
Are you a nerd? Are you a comic nerd?
I mean, I grew up like never. I grew up with all the cartoons and everything, and I would buy comic books occasionally, but not like
I was
a super comic book
I was
nerd.
a huge
necessarily.
comic book
Yeah.
nerd.
I
Yeah?
have a bunch of them at home.
I had like a OCD collection of like X-Men and certain Marvel comics that would like all the offshoots, and I would always buy one that I would read, and I would buy one I would never touch.
Oh, that is nerdy.
And then when I went to college, I was like, I mean, I
This
had like
is gonna help with pussy.
all the way back to the 80s. Like I went back to like the like early 80s. And I was like, I'm not going to get I needed money. So I
Right.
sold it for like, and this is 91. I got like $3,000
Oh,
for
man.
that. And right now I bet it'd be worth 20.
when you're
I
when
bet
you
it's worth
how old were
20.
you? That
That
you were
sucks.
like what? Like
18, I was going
19,
to college.
18,
Yeah,
19?
I was going to college.
$3,000 is fuck you money at that point, right? You're like,
Absolutely.
fuck you. I
Oh.
ain't playing by your rules. I don't need you.
Yeah.
$3,000 is life changing when you're 19, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did
Zero
you ever,
fucks.
Did you ever have? Because I collected like action figures more
Same.
than comics. Did
Oh,
you
I had-
have,
yeah.
Yeah.
Loved action figures.
Baseball cards for me.
And
loved
I
them.
was
I had
football
tons of
cards.
baseball
I had
cards.
football
Me too.
cards.
I still have like I've been back in Kansas. My mom has like boxes of my brother and I's like.
You actually would have made a lot of money selling those in 1990. There were, I mean, they went down from there.
Oh yeah, of
completely. They're
course,
worth
yeah.
nothing now.
They were saturated.
Baseball cards aren't worth anything?
Not really. I mean, they're
Too
coming
many
back up a little
companies
bit.
start-
I think.
too
but,
many
yeah.
companies started up.
I think it's gonna take another 20 years
They'll come back,
probably.
yeah.
So I'm
Baseball
holding
cards
on. I'm
became
gonna
what
try to
podcasts
hold on.
What's
are
the
now.
good one? Is it still top shelf?
Tops, just
Tops.
tops.
Tops? Then there's
Yeah.
top shelf.
Fleer.
Upper deck
There's
is what you're
Upper
thinking.
deck.
Yeah, upper
Fleer.
deck Fleer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
I wasn't sure if that was a card company or a fun thing you do in your buddy's hotel room when he's sleeping, take a shit in the upper deck and hit the
Yeah,
road.
that's upper decking. Yeah.
Hey, Thibault, where are you going to be?
I will be nowhere. New episode of 92.7 The Pod comes out in about a week and a half. We're recording that this Friday. And follow me on Twitter at the Teeb. And you can see where I'm doing stand-up. I'll be in Chicago in the June. But other than that, suck it. Sammy,
All right.
what about you?
Jeremiah, where are you? You got any dates you want to push for the kids to hear and come and see your musical adventures?
Always kill Tony on Mondays at the
Yeah.
store.
Yeah, always kill Tony on Mondays at the store. I'll be featuring for my buddy Tony Hinchcliffe at the Sacramento Punchline.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, March 1 through 3rd.
Oh, that's great.
And
That's a good
then,
show. That's cool that you guys can go out there.
sleep under the bed. I'm on top of the bed.
That's exactly what it's like
Yeah.
being on the road with Tony.
I
I'm
believe it.
sure it is.
And
I took
then-
Tony on his first road gig.
Yeah.
That's what. He always tells me that.
Sam and I did a road gig with Tony where a girl fucked herself with a popsicle. So
Yeah, so, hey, maybe if you're lucky, the
Which-
magic
which
goes
im-
to the next generation.
Which input?
What's that? What is this, dude? This is a Christian podcast, dog.
Are you
Okay, you're about to
shooting
stick
me
hot
too?
dog in your ass. Give me a break.
But it's not a popsicle.
Oh yeah. So
Be cool, bro.
So T was telling me about that. Like, is there rules on how like deep? or
Okay,
anything?
yeah. I mean, we're good.
haven't
We
discussed
got
it.
a lot of the lawyers are discussing it right now.
There's a team of people that are trying to figure all that out.
I'm in town, I think, for the next couple weeks. But my big thing is March 25th. I am doing I'm filming my special at the Viper Room. 2 shows, 7:30 and 9:30. I'm handpicking everybody who gets in. If you're a fan, I'll let you in. Don't come if you're sensitive or you think there's rules to this shit, or you don't think.
Or if you're deaf.
No, come if you're deaf. Come if you're deaf. I just played a show with deaf people, and I crushed.
Wow.
They have a sign language person. It's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
And they were telling me that one
What
lady.
was the sign language for anal fisting? For I imagine.
That's on my last album. I'm not working on that anymore. So it's March 25th, Viper Room. If you want to go, it's just email me, samtripolilive@gmail.com, and pick it either 7:30 or 9:30. So we'll figure that out.
Definitely,
Nice. I'm
definitely,
excited.
definitely don't send any nudes or sign him up for any mailing lists or anything though. That is his personal email address. So definitely don't do any of that.
I don't care. I just get, you know what, dude? There's a guy who's consumed with trolling me, and he
Really?
just keeps making new.
I got one, too.
And I just love it.
What does he do?
Block, 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 block. It's just like the time he takes to put it in. I appreciate it.
On like Twitter and stuff?
Yeah, just Twitter, dude, fucking YouTube. They go nuts on YouTube.
Do you ever, after the conspiracy show, do you ever get any good conspiracy leads, shit like that? Like, have you ever learned anything?
What do you mean?
I don't know, any like leaks from the government, any kind of weird shit like that?
I
Nothing?
don't know, man. I know a lot of shit, but I'm learning not to talk about it.
Okay.
Keep it.
Are
keep
you?
it. Keep it to myself and the
Are
other
you?
and the rest of the clan. You know what I'm saying?
So that's a yes. All right.
People don't want to hear about it, and I get it. So I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
I just learned. It's just like people don't want to hear what you believe. They just want to believe what they want to believe, and we all move on. Apparently, we live in a wonderful world.
Yeah, and college
there's not
coaches
shape-shifting
don't-
lizard people
don't
fucking
pay
children.
recruits either. Yeah.
Okay. Boom. Let's get into this too. We don't know where Ari is.
I texted you yesterday. Hey, what are our sponsors? Is Jeremiah confirmed? Fight Nanny will be here. I texted Ari, are you in on Skype tomorrow? The next time I talked to either of you was when we started this podcast.
No, I talked to you earlier.
Oh, you know what I'm saying, though. But I didn't hear back from any of you, and then Nanny doesn't show up. So
I fell
I'm
asleep.
completely out. I have no clue. You threw your back out doing
Yes.
what?
Sleeping.
Really? That's how you know you're old.
Sleeping, and I sneezed, and I boom, and I just couldn't move.
Isn't that the word?
Yeah, it's called dying.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Yeah.
That's just age, man.
I was saying we talked about it in the show before. I threw my hamstring out taking a nap. I woke up with a blown out hamstring.
Dude, laugh.
I'm
It's gonna
limping.
fucking happen to you,
I was
dude.
limping for 5 days.
No way.
Somehow, completely resting my body, I blew out one of your biggest muscles.
How often do you guys stretch?
None. I mean, I stretch when I go jujitsu, which I try to do.
But what
twice.
about like daily?
No, I need to do.
Oh.
I have the
Dude,
flexibility
okay.
of a fucking
How often
Lego
do you
man.
stretch?
So I stretch every day.
How old
because-
are you?
But also I'm 29.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but
You're just a young.
but I
chicken.
do a lot of pratfalls and I throw and thrash my body around a lot on stage. So
That'd be weird if you just did it at home. You're like, I just
I just
do
like
stunts
practicing.
at home.
Yeah. But I stretch in the shower every single day, like while the hot water's going. It helps like loosen up muscles on your back. I guarantee you, it'll help prevent a little bit every once in a while. You
I
not
get
throwing
that.
out
I
your back so
respect
much.
that.
And is there any chance jiu-jitsu played a role in this injury?
No.
I
No.
don't think so.
Jiu-jitsu's wonderful. I fucking love it.
So you just sneezed and you blew your back out.
Yep. Yep.
I'm not even.
That's God saying, "Hey, get ready, it's coming."
See how they're laughing and you and I are like, yeah, man, that's just
That's
how
how
it
it
goes.
goes.
Yeah,
It's like
I did that
Kevin
myself.
Smith, dude.
What?
You see Kevin Smith? I mean, he lost all that weight and just had a massive heart attack.
Who did? Kevin
Smith, the director. you know?
Really?
Yeah, like a big one, the bad one.
Don't lose weight.
Well, you.
Stay. If you're a fat fuck, just stay that.
Yeah, stay fat fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, and it's
Change
also
shit
funny
up
because
and then you have a heart attack.
my favorite thing is when fat people get thin and then they want to take their shirts off and they think that they're just like, it's like, no, dude, you're still disgusting. Anybody? Am I right? I mean, you're still disgusting.
Have you-
almost
speaking
worse.
of losing weight, Aaron.
Don't they look worse?
With the skin. Yeah.
Aaron, by the way, Aaron has a mic now, I think. Is that true?
Aaron always had a mic.
No,
No,
he didn't.
no, you didn't.
I do, yeah. I'm back
It's
on
about
mine.
time.
Aaron, did you see Kyle Schwarber, how much weight he's lost?
I don't pay attention to the Cubs baseball ever if I can avoid it.
Look this up. There's a crazy picture of this guy at spring training last year and spring training now of how much weight this guy's lost.
Working on it.
I mean,
Weight
Pablo
loss.
Sandoval lost a bunch of weight, and that didn't help.
I'm not saying that it helped,
Oh,
but
yeah, that looks like a whole different person.
they had a photo of him like back to back
that's
of like spring training and then spring training where you're just like, holy, it little, yeah,
There you
that's it right there. Look at that.
You know, I just saw Bill Burr. I mean, the guy's got zero body fat.
Look at this.
And I'm like, dude, that's it. But you're also rich as fuck, and you can, like,
All
eat
his power's gone.
perfectly. You can pay somebody to feed you perfectly.
But now you can maybe
If you're
he
a-
can track down a fucking fly ball.
Yeah.
Baseball is the one game, if you can get the right position, you can be a fat ass and make a lot of money.
Well, you know, it's weird. It used to.
Pitching?
Not playing
there's
outfield,
a lot of
but
fat
that-
pitchers.
that
it
guy's
used to be
playing
a lot
outfield.
worse. It's like those guys became golfers, and now golfers are also becoming athletes.
Yeah, you know who changed that? Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
HGHing like a motherfucker.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
He's back though.
Dude.
I mean, not back, but he's playing
His body
okay
is
golf.
breaking down, dude.
It's actually on the bounce back right now. He's actually playing decent golf for the first time in like
He's
8
probably
years.
back on that sauce and hookers, dude. I don't know why Nike didn't do that the first time. Be like, oh, dude, we got to get this guy's back on Xannies and prostitutes.
Xannies and Prosties stats.
Yeah, dude, right now. Let's fucking do it. So, so you say that you do a bunch of different characters. Like, how many characters you think you've done? And like, is every show almost like winning Super Bowl, where you're like, gotta take one day off and then it's back to work, and you start thinking about the next character?
Yeah, kind of. Well, the way we kind of do it is sometimes we'll plan ahead of time, depending on if some event or if a movie's coming out. Like, we'll try to make it semi-topical or whatever. But sometimes we just try to keep people guessing, and it's completely random. Like last week, we were cat burglars. It had nothing to do with anything, but we had like the black mask, and we came out in gloves and the whole thing. And then it was just like we were just bad French cat burglars, the whole show.
Yeah.
And it was just
You know what, dude?
silly.
I love that you've found like this wonderful niche. You've been able to get into these good, high-profile shows and be able to be creative, you know? And I think that's pretty cool, because that's the same thing with The Wave.
Yeah, I mean, it did. I mean, that style of comedy didn't really exist before. I mean, it's a throwback to like old school comedy, like with the like pratfalls and like physical and prop humor and
That's
different
what
stuff
you're
like
talking about.
that.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of that.
With the Wave. So, but as far as like roast battle went, yeah, like that came like out of just being organic and just like people being around and trying to make each other laugh and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Is Jamar Neighbors the black Andy Kaufman? Like if BET did a story on, they wanted to do the Andy Kaufman story, would it be the Jamar Neighbors story?
It could be. I mean, he's definitely in that
He's doing
realm
his
of
thing,
like he's
dude.
doing his thing of like he's definitely in that territory of like a Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, Andy Kaufman kind of character, because what he's been doing lately on stage is pretty fascinating. He just did his one-man show, and I went to that, and it was great.
And he was a crack baby in it?
He was a crack baby. That was one of his characters.
One of the many
he
characters.
sold things for $1 out of a Red Flyer wagon to the audience members, and he wouldn't move on with the show until people bought stuff.
I love that, dude.
Yeah.
I love that. But he is he's on my even money list that if he blows up, he's going to eventually at some point be running naked down the street with a Glock, like a fucking Martin Lawrence style. I feel like he's going to go fucking, and I love him. I mean, in a loving way. He's going to go crazy. I could see it.
I don't think he has it in him.
I could see it. And I mean, all the greats go crazy.
Yeah, but he he doesn't do drugs.
If
doesn't
I had a bigger
drink,
dick,
he doesn't
I'd
do
run
drug-
fucking
he doesn't
crazy
do drugs,
down the
he doesn't
fucking
drink. He doesn't have all the other signs. Of
You know the
somebody
waitresses
that's like,
love it when he does that naked Kermit guy, where he's just in like tights
Oh yeah, just
with
in
his
tights
fucking
and
black
the-
hog
and the-
highlighted, fucking shredded. I'm like, and then I gotta go up after him, and I'm just genetic garbage.
Genetic garbage.
I'm
That
like,
should
hey,
be the name
dude.
of your album.
Yeah.
How
Sam
often-
Tripoli, genetic garbage.
How much time do you have to spend in the gym to get like that? Do you know?
Well, he's got good genes, but he also goes to the gym every
Yeah.
single day.
Every
Bye-bye,
day.
Yeah, he
Jano.
goes every day. Yeah. He boxes too, so like he's ripped. Like it's crazy.
And he's got a great story too. He's a lot like Tiffany Haddish. They came from hard times, and they've overcome it, and that's why I root for them.
Heck yeah.
I mean, dude, we've never seen anything like Tiffany Haddish. Like, we've had friends blow up, but not to this level. I mean, Rogan's his own blow up, and that's his like own isolated blow up, where it's like it's this super high level. But I mean, like, to blow up the way that she's blowing up is like, it's so impossible.
I was out in New York when she hosted Saturday Night Live, and I watched from the writer's room when Marino was working on the show, and it was so surreal to watch Tiffany host SNL, a show that I've been watching my entire life, and then she tosses it over to Taylor Swift. I'm just like, this is so cool.
Did
It's
you
crazy.
see her on Ellen? Did you see her in Oprah?
Yeah.
That was amazing, dude. That was amazing. I'm like, oh, this girl. I'm so happy.
She's so likable, man.
I said this, man. I've known her since she was like 18. I'm like, this girl's even money, dude. And she's just blown the fuck up. And I fucking love watching it. Who else do you like that? Who else do you like that's kind of coming up? I get asked that all the time. Oh, watch this.
So thrilled. I wish anybody ever would greet me. My mom doesn't even greet me like that. Look at that. She's so
No one's ever
excited.
hugged me.
Yeah.
Ellen's like, oh my God, you're melting my fucking dead heart right now. Has anyone ever seen Ryan Seacrest and
Hey,
Ellen
you know
in
what?
the same room at the same time?
She should queef. Queef right now.
Well, that's what I love about her.
You queefed your way to the top,
so
and now
real.
you're not queefing? Queef right in
Dude,
front of Oprah.
My favorite.
Too much money on the line, dog.
Of course.
You save that queef for the
Yeah.
fucking special where you're like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Dude, my favorite, what I tell people, like, people are like, oh, you know Tiffany Haddish? I was like, I've known Tiffany for a long time, like, to the point where at the Comedy Store, she couldn't get up on the potluck there at all, and the host would have her queef on the side mic, and that was her time during potluck. That's what's so crazy is, like, she couldn't even get on the open mic there. That's like to show, like, how far she's come and, like, how deserved the success is. Like, she's been grinding for so many years.
She is so, I mean, like, I don't know anybody that isn't.
Well, she was great in that
So
fucking
happy for
Keanu,
her.
that cat movie with
She's
yeah.
great in
wow,
everything.
that was so,
Peele.
Dude,
yeah, that was so
Jamar's
good.
in that movie
She
too.
should run for president.
I could see it happen. So she wasn't even supposed to be on What's-His-Face's NBC show.
The Carmichael Show. Yep.
She wasn't supposed to be on it. The girl who got the role couldn't do it for a day. So they hired Tiffany to fill
Just
in
for the table read.
and Tiffany stole it.
Yeah.
Dude.
Everybody looked at each other like Willie.
Were you there?
No, so Willie has because Willie's co-creator of the show and
I love
writer
Willie.
on the show and writer of the show. He said that he was telling Gerard whenever Tiffany came in, like she was starting to kill it, and he looked around. And he's like, she's gonna steal this role, and Gerard's like, nah, you're playing, man. And Willie, like later in the day, is like, she's about to steal this role, and Gerard's like, nah, like she's great, but like, and then like everybody like at the end of the day, they're like, we gotta offer this to her. This is like she's so good.
Who's the girl that she took?
That I don't know.
Who's the guy that
Always show up for work.
Michelle Obama.
Who was the one
You're talking about
the baseball player?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Hey, who was it?
Wally Pip.
Yeah,
Wally Pip. That chick
Gary's
is a
so
Wally
dumb.
Pip. And now that Tiffany's blowing up even more, it's got to be going, she's probably like, that should have been me.
Oh.
It's like, it didn't work like that. But still crazy, man. Always show up. Always show up. Yeah, dude, I'm loving it. It's kind of fun to watch, man. I've had my friends do a lot of great shit. I have a friend of mine named Ari Shafir who I'm on a podcast with him, and he doesn't ever do it.
I was about to say, are you on a podcast with him? I'm not
I
sure.
don't know, man. Sometimes I think he's special guest host sometimes.
I didn't even know if I'd say I have a friend because he didn't even text me back. Not only am I not on a podcast with him, we're not even friends.
Yeah, yeah.
So at least you got a friend named Ari
To be
Shafir.
fair, he could be in a jungle or something. You never know.
When's he supposed to go to Australia?
Like early April or something.
Who knows?
Who knows, man?
I think,
I
it's early April.
He just put out that special. So there's two people of my friends who've blown up that are living the best. Ari Shafir, Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones is just doing everything she's wanted to do. Like she's going to South Korea, hanging out with artistic gay people. That guy's great.
The dream.
Like, the dream.
Yeah.
That is, dude. Thibault, how you doing?
Solid. Everyone solid. I'm excited for the Combine.
NFL?
You guys just cut a bunch of people, Johnny.
Yeah, we cut Coleman and Charles Johnson. Kurt Coleman, the safety, and Charles Johnson. the
Coleman's
defensive
got
end.
value. Johnson's too old.
Yeah, Coleman's getting another two. He slowed down a little bit.
And what do you think about Jano gone, huh? That's been the kicker almost the entire time you've liked that team.
Sucks. Now, did they ask
17
him
years?
to renegotiate, or are they just like it's time to go?
Well, I mean, he wasn't.
got hurt.
Yeah,
He
he
got
got hurt, and
Another
then.
great position you can be a fat guy at, kicker.
But
You
he's.
totally be a fat guy and be a
But
kicker.
do you see many? But do you see many fat kickers though?
No, but you can.
You
though.
don't see svelte kickers.
I mean,
I mean,
know what I
they're
mean?
not. They're not.
Janikowski's-
there's some thin ones for sure.
No, but I'm saying you know you can be
They're like the theater guys. You're like, hey, I could play football.
Not really fat. You don't see really, but like Janikowski was one that's like they look like they like potato chips and have like a 6-pack every night.
Yeah.
Bodies. You know what I mean?
Somebody the other day told me that
You don't get a lot of red band kickers. You know what I mean?
Well, you can be a fat offensive lineman. I mean, it's not just like there's one position.
Well, of course. But I'm saying
But those that's a different kind of. They're not like fat. They're like stocky.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
stocky,
saying?
yeah.
Like there's muscle in there.
Pudgy.
They can lift a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
You'd be like that guy for Kentucky, the quarterback. Remember him, the big fat bastard?
Oh yeah.
I was wanting him to make it for all
Lorenzen,
fat guys.
Jared.
You know
Lorenzen,
what? I wouldn't be surprised if that guy got like a XFL
There he
contract.
is. Yeah, I would love to see him play again.
You know, so
Yeah, and that's all
in LA,
McMahon
I'm
cares
fat.
about.
As soon as I leave here, I'm just a normal person.
What,
It's
being white?
unbelievable.
Like
I'm
you're
such a fat fuck.
supermodel. You're a supermodel.
Dude, I go to some places, I walk, I see girls turn their head. I'm like, that doesn't happen in LA. I'm
Yeah.
a fucking monster
Me
in
too.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I'm the creeper.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
what we always say, you know. So.
You need to come visit my family with me and go to I have relatives in Des Moines, Iowa. Go to a Walmart with me in Des Moines, Iowa, dude.
Crushing.
Dude, you and
crushing
I,
girls.
supermodels, bro.
Yeah, but you're thin. You're in great
Yeah, yeah.
shape.
Hang on. Go to Walmart in Des Moines. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, man. You go out there, you're like, oh, man, some people.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Was that the.
It's a combine.
He's got like with a body like that.
I'm going to tell you, there's
got
not a
A-cup
lot of
tits.
things that drive me nuts.
Yep.
But pro athletes with tits really pisses me off.
I mean, it depends on the position.
Dude, the way they
and what they
feed those
do.
guys in college, though, man. I had a friend who played on the football team. He was a quarterback, and he was a little bit underweight.
And I have tits.
And they
I've had
forced-
tits since
I mean-
I was 8.
But you're
I've
not a
had
pro
tits.
athlete.
They watched him eat. They made him eat like 6,000 calories every meal. It was insane the way they tried to put weight on him. So, you know, the way they feed these guys. What do you expect?
Yeah, but dude, no, you can work. You can like do. You make a living, or you're about to working out. There's a bench press. Okay.
Oh, I see. No muscle definition is what your issue is.
You don't care. I don't know, man. When I see heavyweights, like the UFC, the farther the UFC goes from Las Vegas, the fucking fatter the fighters get. The more out of shape they are.
Yeah.
Right? They're wearing fucking like
Yeah.
they're wearing like no fear fucking board shorts. They're like they just got done fucking surfing.
It's like heavyweight boxing. Once you get down around 10 and lower, it's all just fat guys. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's just fat dudes.
Just dudes who could punch.
That's right. Yeah.
That's Samoans, dude. Every
Those
Samoan,
yeah, they can all box.
in the UFC is a thick ass dude.
Yep. And the NFL. And in Samoa.
What's that
They're
Mexican
all
heavyweight?
exactly the
He
same.
just kept. If he could have kept Chris Arreola, if he could have kept his weight down, he would have
Chris
been.
Arreola,
He would have
yeah.
been a great heavyweight, but he just could not keep his weight down.
Well, they always say you got to make like a monster division, but then no one would work out.
A super heavyweight. Yeah.
Just everyone would go for the fat fuck title.
Like,
And
see how fat he is?
and from round 2 on, it's extremely boring because they have zero cardio. So it's like either a first round knockout or it's boring as fuck.
Yeah, that's how you know they're not working out. I mean, some of them are, but it's like,
Well, he said he just couldn't stop eating cheeseburgers. That was his issue.
yeah.
He would have been a great heavyweight.
And it's my opinion, the more tattoos you have, the worse the fighter you are. I don't know what it is, but who's the fighter that's amazing that has a ton of tattoos? Besides me?
Hold on.
No, it's saying talking to
Puerto
the mic.
Rican.
It sounds like you're like.
Oh, he
outside
just
of the
retired. Oh, Jesus. You know, bald.
Yeah,
Puerto Rican.
I know who you're talking about. The guy who was just taking money fights at the end. Yeah. I mean, he's got,
what's his
okay. One
No,
guy.
I can't. I'm completely drawing a blank now.
What weight class?
Hold on. Like middleweight usually.
Yeah, he just fought. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Miguel Cotto.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cotto.
Yeah, he's got that weird tribal tattoo.
Right.
Does anyone have any friends anymore where they're like, dude, you're going to get a tribal tattoo?
See, he's covered in tattoos. Look at him.
What are you, from Bakersfield?
Look, covered. Great fighter. Hall of Famer.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Theory
One doesn't change
debunked.
everything. Okay, I'm just saying that, dude, when
I
I
mean-
see a guy that looks like a comic book walk into the fucking octagon,
Mike Tyson had a tattoo on his face.
not till much later.
That
Not
is a
till
good
much
point.
later.
And a tribal tattoo on his face.
Do you guys have any tats?
I do.
I don't.
What do you got?
My sister and I have the same tattoo,
Oh, that's cool.
which is in different parts of our body because of different reasons. But I does Om symbol on my left shoulder.
You what?
The symbol of Om.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
on my
I
left
like that.
shoulder.
Nice.
She has it on her right ankle.
Okay.
You just got a new one.
I got a new one. I got Banksy's.
I hope that's not how it
Yeah,
was
hey,
spelled.
dude. Just assume I'm saying it wrong, okay? My brain is built weird. I know a lot, but I can't
Banksy?
pronounce any of it.
Good old
Okay.
Banksy, yeah.
Okay. I got the panda, the gun.
Can we see it? Here we go.
This is exciting, everybody.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great. Love it. I love that.
You've had that a while then, huh?
No, I just.
How long?
got
No, you got it like
And I'm gonna get
2
one
months
more
ago or
and
something.
then-
Like 2 months ago, yeah. I mean, it's healed up, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then you got Crime Fighter.
I got Crime Fighter. That was my first album, and then I'm gonna get one more. It says Ronin, and I'm done. Don't need any more.
You've really adopted that, huh?
I
That
saw a
whole-
guy.
I love it.
Yeah.
I saw a guy with, and I swear this is true. Maybe I said it on this show before. One of those guys that, like, Josh.
You have any tats?
No,
You
my brother and sister do, but yeah.
What do they have?
My brother has barbed wire on his left arm, I think, and then he just got some Latin
Did
tattoo.
he get the Black Panther? Because
No.
that'd be the nice compliment.
Conor
right.
McGregor.
Conor McGregor has a lot.
Covered
right?
in tattoos.
He's covered.
No, is that one right there?
No, he's got a lot of tattoos.
I'm just saying, it's not 100%.
It's not even 80%.
You
Sorry,
said
I
two
interrupted.
guys. I'm sure you can go. Yeah.
Yeah, in like a minute. Come on.
Okay, go on. What were you saying, Tebow?
It was-
I saw a guy that, like, one of those, like you say, like comic book, like he's just covered in tats in Venice Beach, and he had a tattoo where your mustache would go, which is a dope move if it's gonna be like a mustache, like that'd be great. That just said "pussy eater,"
Yeah. What are you doing?
ruining every Christmas, ruining every Thanksgiving. Hey, honey, where are we putting your cousin Pussy Eater at Thanksgiving? Cause if he sits with my grandma, she's gonna die.
I mean, like,
Pussy Eater, you
if
dumb
I'm
fuck.
a tat guy, I got to be like, you got to sign this waiver because you're about to ruin your life.
What kind of girlfriend do you get with a tattoo like pussy eater
Chicks
above
are
your
like their
lip?
pussy eating, and they're like, fuck yeah, brah.
But like, is she like looking down at him like, you know what? You're goddamn right.
And that's a lot of pressure. Because
all
now
you
you
can
got
see
to
is just-
always eat pussy.
She just
You
sees
always
that.
have to eat pussy. You just,
Yeah, you can never like get out, where you get it out of your system and you're like, I've had enough of this.
What a dumb fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, the lady's like, so you want to go down on me? I'm not feeling it tonight.
Are you shitting me?
Look at your
know.
birthright.
No,
Your
that's
name is
called false
Pussy Eater.
advertising.
Yeah, you have to.
Like, what do I feel like doing tonight? Oh, actually.
Yeah. I mean, like, I just can't. This one, when it got onto the bone, it hurt so bad. It was like someone just stabbing you.
Well, that's really
Real stab.
ticklish, that part of
My
your
next-
body.
Well, it's all the rib.
Really
bones.
sensitive, yeah.
I have a couple that I want to get, but my next tattoo, and I'm not joking, is going to be the word tattoo, but in like a tattooy kind of a font. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? I always wanted a
Chinese, getting
joke
Chinese.
tattoo.
I would tell you get that somewhere you can't see it because that's gonna be
Forehead.
fucking.
No, I was going forehead.
Perfect,
you
perfect.
might as well get a tattoo of the word meta on your body. Oh, dude, that's a meta tattoo, bro.
Or is that when people
bruh.
look at it, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, what?
I get it. I get
Okay,
it.
I get it, yeah.
I get it. Nah, you don't need to do that.
Dirty done.
As a
That's
friendship,
a good idea.
friendship, don't do it.
It's done deal.
Okay.
Already paid for it. I just
You already
gotta-
paid for it?
Yeah, yeah.
Layaway.
Yeah, he
And what,
put, he
drink
put the down
tickets?
payment
No,
on the
you know.
tattoo.
I mean, dude, like, who,
While everybody was busy investing in Bitcoin, I invested in the tattoo. Hello. Jayson
Registered
Thibault here.
trademark.
so what's going on with Bitcoin? Is it still killing it?
It's at 10,000.
But it went down a little bit, but now it's
It's
gone
half
up.
of what it was a month ago, but it's still good.
Why did it go down?
Well, it was a little bit of a bubble, I think. It went up to. Are we really talking about fucking Bitcoin?
I know.
I
What
didn't
the
bring it
fuck? Yeah, I was like, what?
I didn't bring
what
it
just
up. Come
happened?
on, dude. Let's get financial
You did
on
bring
this
it up.
show. Let's get financial on this fucking show. So, you are a regular at the Comedy Store,
Yes.
and you, how long have you been a regular?
Since September of 2016.
Which I'm going to say something, man. It's really hard to get in there now.
It's really hard.
It's almost impossible. I think you just made it before the no more white guys rule.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, showcased. It took me a third time before I got passed.
Which
so.
is hilarious because that seems like a lot. I went 5 times, and I think Ari went 48
Crazy.
times.
Yeah, some crazy.
But
number.
weren't you guys showcasing way more frequently
Absolutely,
though?
back
Weren't
then.
you doing like
Yeah.
once a month or once
Back then
every
they did
or
a lot, yeah.
couple
They
of
did a
months?
lot.
Because like Teeb and I, we have to wait once a year.
I waited 7 years.
Yeah.
I waited 7 years
Yeah.
between my first showcase and my second one because Tommy refused to showcase. He just
What a piece of
he
shit
would
that
wave a magic wand over whoever bought him pop. I remember, what was that one dude's name? He was a comic, but like he was Tommy's weed dealer.
Well, there's a couple guys. There's Burger,
That's that guy.
and then there
So
was
Burger's on stage, and he's like getting like good spots and all this sort of shit. And Paulie comes in and stood by the cover booth to Tom, and he goes, "Dude, why is there a drug dealer on my stage?"
Yeah.
Never got another spot again.
Oh, I remember that night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When
Well, dude, because you got
they switched out the MCs
Yes,
that night.
you are exactly
I
right.
was
yeah.
I was at Potluck and I was watching and Paulie showed up. I didn't know what was going on, but Burger he either left or something, and somebody had to replace him as MC that night, which was very strange. I don't know. Yeah. But like me is just like that was whenever I was like doing the potluck. I was like, what is happening? Why is somebody being replaced as MC like right in the middle of the show?
Mm-hmm.
Burger used to talk a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
I mean, his name's Burger.
Yeah. I mean, like, dude, he's got the most famous. There's 2 famous Yelp reviews there. One is about Burger, about how he was bombing on stage.
Is the other Dave Taylor?
Yeah. And the other one's
What a
Dave
guess!
Taylor. Yeah.
Burger was the first comedian that I saw at the Comedy Store whenever I first went there to see a show.
Oh my God!
that's so
that
magical.
is horrible.
That's
It was
so
up in the
magical.
belly room. I was seeing a friend's show, and he was the first.
He used to talk
like, paid
so much
regular
shit
that I saw.
about me.
First paid regular I saw was Freeze Love in the OR.
That's
Freeze
a good one,
Love?
dude.
Yeah.
I don't remember who the first person I saw was.
Freeze Love, and then Johnny Sanchez, and then Eddie Griffin. All 3 of those were back to back to back.
First person
First time I was at the store.
I brought up as a paid regular right after my first set was Earthquake.
Oh,
That was
That's cool.
that's
Yeah.
good.
I like Earthquake.
Yeah.
Nice guy, yeah, very nice guy.
Yeah.
Kills, dude.
Oh,
Got that
dude.
rhythm he goes. Ugh.
Right.
Following that guy, you better fucking.
I got a story.
Okay.
Big announcement, Punch Drunk announcement. I was at the store, met a guy who knows me from calling into the Horn.
And you're in love.
Probably. But I met, she has a boyfriend. But she knows, this guy knows me from calling into the Horn and that you've been there in Austin. They're from Austin. Talking to her, and she goes, he's like, yeah, he does a podcast, Punch Drunk. She goes, oh, you're Punch Drunk? Ladies and gentlemen, we found our 3rd female fan.
Yes.
She's heard of us. I don't think she's ever listened to the show. Her name is Katie from Austin. I don't think she's ever, but she has heard of us.
That counts.
That counts as a female fan.
We're on our way, dude. We're on our way.
That's 3.
Once you get on their chat boards, shit starts popping.
That's 3 out of 40,000
yeah.
females. So that includes
40,000?
that includes Mac
There's
Hard.
way more females than that.
That includes Mac Hard.
He just means in the United States. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
No. I mean, of people that listen to
Listen.
this show regularly,
Okay.
3 of those people are female.
I
Or,
like-
I mean, maybe she'll listen, but she's heard of us.
Yeah.
That counts,
That
dude.
means something.
That really does.
That means something for sure. It is weird when you're in some place and somebody just comes up and goes, I love the show. It's like, it's still surreal to me.
Well, I can recognize Punch Drunk fans when they're coming up. They all look exactly the same. But when it's
Sex
a girl,
offenders?
yes, future sex offenders. They're too young to really get into their filth, but they're filthy. Their filth is coming out. But when it's a girl, I was taken aback so much. I was like, "Whoa, wow."
Are you
Well,
sure?
clutch
Yeah.
my pearls.
Are you, what's
Clutch
that
my-
stage?
Exactly.
What's that stage play in England? A lot of people think we're that on Twitter. What?
Oh, yeah. There's a a theater production group in London
Called
that's
Punch-
Punch Drunk, and we always get these like,
I've never seen this.
yeah, they're called Punch Drunk, and
Let's fight them.
Good
Let's
idea.
challenge them
I'm
to
not
a
against
fight.
that. I'd rather fight them than the fighting the kid.
Oh no, they're getting it first. Fighter and the kid are getting it first.
They're the
and-
reason we don't have punchdrunk.com. These bastards.
And I'll tell you this.
I'm okay with that though. I don't mind
You
Punch Drunk
just
sports.
come. you come in, lean in with your face. Well, you get it. You know how that
There.
goes. But these guys, maybe we can tune up with these fucking idiots. Oh, yeah.
Punch drunk.
I challenge these guys to a fist fight. How many are there? 5, 6,
It's a
7?
troop, probably
It's a troop.
20
There's
or
probably 30
I fight.
theater dorks
I'm not even
of
gonna.
different sexualities.
I'm not even gonna
something. There's
invite.
an international version too. So
Oh,
want
shit.
all of
They're
it.
like Fight Club. They got
I want-
everything.
unless there's Samoan, I'm in. Or African. I'm not gonna lie.
We
I don't
shan't
want African
accept your
either.
challenge. We are a theater troupe.
Yes, we're theater.
I'm sorry, Tipo.
And we have a production of Macbeth.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
is that Eyes Wide Shut they're doing?
Have
What
you
is that?
not seen Sleep No More?
Oh, that is Eyes Wide Shut.
Great movie.
Great movie,
Yeah.
dude.
Better.
I bet you love it.
They're
Yeah,
gonna
all
be
that
black
weird
eyes wide shut when I'm done with these idiots. Hey, Punch Drunk in England. I challenge your idiot fucking acting group to a fist fight.
I'm sorry, we cannot accept your challenge, Jason.
You Americans are so barbaric.
I don't, you
By the way, my accent
You and Ari?
is just garbage.
you and Ari just chill.
Which
you
you
guys
can
just
check
stay
out
on the
Sam's
sidelines.
new album,
Yeah.
Human Garbage.
Man of 1,000.
I'm gonna throat kick every one of these guys. Punch Drunk.
Keep saying guys, but it's only one guy. and
yeah,
it's all
there's
women.
one guy and a bunch of chicks, which is why I think you want to fight them.
Prepare to be
Of course.
Looks like
I want to fight every acting group.
looks like that
But
guy with half a face in
Here's what
Boardwalk.
you do: you take out the fucking lead dog. You just walk up, punch the guy in the fucking throat, and then you just make gorilla noises, and all the girls just scatter and run. And we now are the only Punch Drunk. You're getting your throat punched, idiot.
Prepare to be teabagged, Jason.
Eh.
No, I think there's actually other
Actual teabags. though.
punch
yeah,
drunk podcasts as well.
Let's have a cup.
Oh, let's challenge
Earl
them to
Grey,
fight.
please.
Johnny.
No, because I think those guys can actually fight.
Which guys?
I think there's a punch drunk boxing, right?
We can fight, Sam.
No, you
gotta
got
have
a
that
black
attitude.
belt.
You gotta have
guy
that
got a black belt in
attitude.
Taekwondo.
You do, Deep?
I do, but old fucking like strip mall one from fucking early '90s.
But
But
still.
yes, yeah,
That's still
Can you
amazing.
I
still
taught
like-
it for 3 years.
Can you still
you
like
still
do high
kick?
kicks and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I mean, I would have to stretch a lot to like
In the
roundhouse
shower
head
every
kick.
day.
Could you
Yeah,
kick
that's what I
the
do.
door frame?
I mean, I could probably, kick that light out
What?
from here. No.
The Light Free podcast listeners is like 10 feet in the air.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like a rim on a basketball goal.
Okay, Punch Drunk Pirates, you're dead. I swear to Christ, that's another throat kick coming.
How long have they been?
These guys. These guys sell shoes.
Yeah,
that's
they're about to
fine.
get that boot up their own
That's
ass.
fine.
Get our boots.
Oh, I
Dead,
don't know.
dead.
No, dude, they look like soccer
They
hooligans.
look like
They can
Irish
fight.
gypsy fighters.
They look
yeah.
like
Yeah,
all
dude.
ex-rugby players.
Yeah,
and
they
guess
really do.
what?
They look like
You're
every
getting
guy
your
from
teeth chipped.
Two Smoking
Daddy's
Barrel.
coming
What
to
is
chip
that?
teeth.
Lock, stock, and two smoking.
Yeah.
They look like those guys from that documentary Fist about those Irish traveling people who
They
beat
look
the
like
shit out
all
of
the
each other.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
gypsies.
Yeah, those guys are bad.
They look like the guys who actually thought Mickey hadn't had a chance.
I'll
against
fight all of them
Floyd
at one
Mayweather.
time.
That's what Tyson Fury is. He's one of these guys.
He is
Yeah.
a gypsy. Yes,
Yeah.
you are right. You are right.
Yeah. Speaking of fights, if you like to get your, if you like going to see live events, whether it's a Kill Tony in your city or a major boxing event, because we want to go see
Or
boxing.
what about a little something coming up called the NCAA tournament?
Dude, we got to go this
We're
year.
going to go.
4 different cities. There's a great way you can get tickets to that.
I'm going tomorrow night to see the Clippers take on Houston because this was after the big fight in the locker room, and then they traded everybody. So
Yeah.
it's meaningless. But
Not
I'm excited.
really. I mean, we're in a run of our lives.
So you go to SeatGeek, right? They've made it so easy now to get tickets. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
You go to SeatGeek. Click on the Rockets over there. Click at the Rock. Boom. Right?
$30 and up if you'd like to join Sam Tripoli.
Yeah. I mean, I paid a little more than that. I don't want to.
29, 28 bucks and up.
But I paid a little more than that. Uh-huh.
But it tells you what tickets are good deals, what tickets
Yeah.
are overpriced. And it's a great app to have in your phone because no matter where you are, let's say you're traveling, let's say you're in New York or you're in Miami, and you're like, what bands are around me right now? What events can I go to? It recognizes where you are, and it tells you every event that's happening and how much you
You know what I
can-
hate is after you buy a ticket and
Yeah.
then you look later and see that somebody else is getting the same ticket for less. I hate it.
Yeah. Plus, there's no hidden fees, there's no hidden costs, there's no
Hate it.
surprises, there's no all that other bullshit that you have to pay with other people. Go to SeatGeek.com. Get the app.
Download
the
the
app, and then put in the code punch.
Yep.
It's
Punch Drunk.
Oh yeah, Punch
just
Drunk.
Punch
Yeah,
Drunk.
Punch Drunk, and that gets you $20 off of your first tickets that you buy. Right here, Clipper ticket, $28.
This is a tough
Use
ticket.
the code Punch Drunk. That's an $8 ticket.
Yeah, because everybody
Fuckface.
thought it was going to be a crazy thing, so they went out and bought the tickets, and then they traded everybody. They traded Blake. They traded.
Yeah, but Sam, it's still a very important game.
It's a great thing about being a Hornets fan.
It's a
Nobody
huge
gives
win
a
if,
shit about the
if
Hornets.
Clippers can pull that off. They're
Yeah.
like one game out of
Yeah.
the last spot,
Yeah.
but they're like 3 games out of the 3rd spot or some shit.
It's crazy how the West.
The West is really going to come down to
stacked.
the
West is
photo
stacked.
finish, as they say.
I'm gonna say right here. I mean, it's gonna be hard for LeBron to make it to the finals this year. I know the East is watered down, but I think Boston will get it back together. It's gonna be real hard, man.
I was
It's gonna
saying
be real
2
hard.
weeks ago. I was saying 2 weeks ago that I was like, because I was still so mad about the Blake thing and all that. That I'm like, fuck the NBA, fuck the NBA. I'm slowly kind of I'm licking my wounds, and I'm kind of like, because the East is getting exciting and the West is really exciting.
Dude, OKC is like a murder team.
But my problem is this.
Look where they're ranked.
7.
My problem is
They'd
this.
be like a
we
top
know what's
team
going to
in the
happen.
East.
We know what's going to happen.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Golden State is gonna have a really hard fight against Houston.
But one of those 2 teams wins the NBA.
Yeah, for
That's it.
sure,
That's
for
it.
sure.
So we know what's going to happen. We know.
For sure.
We know that.
What do you think would happen to Chris Paul and LeBron James's friendship if they went to the finals and like one of them beat the other one?
I mean, are Chris Paul and LeBron like super tight or something?
Oh yeah, super tight.
I don't think anything would happen.
Yeah, I think they're just doing their job.
Nothing. It would be
Nah.
no drama. You're
Nah.
like
They'd
Chris
be
Paul's
hey,
like, I have a dream, and you just crushed it. You
nice
sold,
job, bro.
Nah.
bro.
Maybe not, bro. Nice job.
Nice job, and they high five each other.
Totally. Yeah.
Then banana boat emojis.
Yeah, they're professionals.
All right, all right, all right.
Did you guys grow up playing basketball?
Yes, I loved it. I
Yeah, I
started
played-
liking basketball because
I played
Patrick
basketball like junior high, high
Oh
school.
yeah,
a little bit.
I
Playing
played
any
against
sports?
you in the league in the
Intramural in
comedian
college.
league.
Oh, yeah, I played in the comedian league.
Yeah.
Started the Open Michael Jordans.
I played defense.
Oh, did you? That was a successful team for
Thank
a bit,
you very
right?
much. Yeah, I have started it, printed the jerseys, named it. You know, what's so funny is that they added like 4 new teams because it was such a waiting list to get in.
Yeah.
So Chris Burns, so they were like, hey, here's Matt Nost was like, here's a list of all these people that want to be in the league. You know, so we kind of did like almost like a draft, sort of like, oh yeah. But me, I go, give me all the black guys. Give
That's
me all.
literally what he did.
Literally what I did. So it's like Kareem Matthews and like all these people. And then with Kareem's like, hey man, my buddy's an open micer. And he's like, he played for Hawaii. He's like 7'1". His dad played for the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm like,
my
dope. So then.
Drafted.
So then it's like, you know, and like, so everyone had all these matching jerseys. You know, we had like, we really like the Bad News Bears, but all of a sudden we start, you know, like half my team can dunk, you know what I mean? Like, and then Nose was like, hey man, everybody's sending me emails and they're like,
You and Glassman ruined the league.
they want you have to send us like flyers or proof that these people are actually comics.
Gotta
creators.
write
They
some
were doing
material
like
for
all
these
the
guys.
black shows, you know, like the J Spot and all these places that no one didn't know these guys.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey man, can you guys send me flyers? They think I'm like got ringers on.
That's so
You
screwed
know what I mean?
up.
Oh well, I mean, like Glassman totally got ringers. He got that kid who played for Florida
Yeah,
State.
he got ringers that weren't even doing stand up. Everybody that was on my thing was like, because Kareem Matthews, who I love, he's been on the show a bunch of times. He's like, hey man, I know a bunch of like, you know, like people that like to play ball that are like comics that aren't in this circle. And I'm like, if they're good, get them. If they're good, get them.
Any funny black guys, just bring them on. We'll put them on our team.
Oh, what
Yeah.
about Willie?
You start taking
Willie,
headshots with them holding like mics and
What's
stuff.
Willie's last name?
Hunter.
No, the other
Oh,
Willie.
that dude can dunk. He's like your height too.
Willie Mack?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Willie Mack.
Willie
is
Mack.
a
He can dunk?
That-
cyborg.
oh my God, he can dunk just standing
there. He
standing.
doesn't need a running.
Doesn't even
He
need a
can
running
stand
start.
and do it.
Standing with the ball can jump straight up and two-hand dunk
Dude, that guy
without
is
a running start at all.
Genetic super freak.
And he's like your height.
Where do you guys play?
I don't anymore.
Staples
I retired my
Center.
jersey. I
Staples
won
Center.
2 championships. I had nothing more to prove. I had
What-
nothing.
Dude,
over
you
by
just
the
strain your
Grove.
back
Over
sleeping.
by
I
the
think it's
Grove,
okay.
they have a league.
I won championships.
Retired his
Where
jersey.
you're like a shooter, right? You just stay on the offensive end.
I was a 3. Well,
and recreational.
Remember when Ari blocked
When I
your shot?
first started,
like half
I was
court?
a down low guy. I went down low, and me
Yeah.
and Adam Ray would just go at it.
Full court or half court?
Full
court is referees, everything.
And these were during my Coke days, too, so I was really wanting. So I was like an old school fucking
Sure, your
I
heart
athlete.
was
At halftime, I would
Showing
go,
up
I would-
on blow.
At
just
halftime, I
fucking
would smoke
trying.
2 cigarettes.
Dude, some of the industry that play take it way too seriously.
They
Yeah,
were
they take everything too
crazy.
seriously.
Dude, they would throw
There's a team of
elbows like
suits and
in our
riders,
guys' faces
agents
and
and
stuff.
managers, you know, and then the rest.
Well,
are
it's those guys
improv
that have
had
that
one,
competitive
Comedy Store had
gene,
one.
you know, that really are. Yeah, those. Like it was like that with the business school players in college. They would come out and just destroy everybody.
Dude, it
in
was like
flag
take
football.
a charge.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Why are you
Duke. They're
taking a
like Duke.
charge,
Yeah.
bro? Why are you like flopping?
Yeah,
What are you
it's so
flopping
weird.
for
And they would
in
just
a
be
fucking
like threatening you
intramural
with
game?
blackballed. Like one time they were like, dude, those guys aren't comics. I'm like, well, yeah, they are, dude. And they're like, it was Mal Hall's brothers came to play, or
That
buddies.
dude can shoot the lights out too.
Hey.
Mal Hall can hit a. He's like in that couple years of that league that we were all in. He was basically like the Steph Curry. Like he's a dude that would hit like 11 threes in one game, and you're like, damn.
I don't know. I think he was more of a driver. He liked to drive. He was great at that. He is a physical specimen.
Well, he was an open Michael Jordan.
What about softball?
Was he?
Yeah, I had him and I had Kareem Matthews.
Oh, we grabbed him
yeah,
from you.
yeah. And then you guys got him the next year. You guys played.
How does
All
it-
I
how does
know
that
is
work?
whatever team Moses was on was going to suck.
You put your own team together.
Have you ever noticed that? Like Moses was never on a good team.
Yep, he was. Yep.
I'm like, dude, you're
but he
black
also is like
voodoo,
the
dog.
happiest as fuck about it too. He's just like, yeah, okay, man, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got beat by 47. Yeah, man, it's only halftime.
Yeah. He's
You're down
such
47 at halftime.
Interesting dude. He's such a Zen guy, right? I've only seen him get mad once.
He touches my dick more than I touch my dick. Every time I see him, he just grabs me by the dick.
I like that. So does your dick sit big? My dick fucking turtles up, dog.
Oh,
I
that's
like.
yeah.
Depends on the temperature.
My dick is like always in fight mode. I can't be having people grabbing my dicks. Multiples.
I mean, it's got gravity.
Like, are you a shower or grower? I think Ari's a
I think
shower.
I'm both.
I'm a grower for sure.
I'm a grower for sure.
For
My
sure.
shit just
I
like
think I'm both.
Thank God.
my dick is a puffer fish. Just sits there quietly, and then someone touches it. Boom! It goes Action Jackson on people.
Spitting poison out.
Yeah.
I think
Some
I'm
might
both.
say. You're both?
I think so.
Sometimes you can be.
How can you be both?
I mean, you can be like, you can sit,
Yeah.
be sitting well, and then
A
like,
shower can be a grower.
yeah. If you're a shower, then
You're halfway through showing and growing. You're like, I'm not all the way.
that's kind of a
called
good
being
place
black,
to be.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
much.
a good place to
That's-
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that's it.
That's a good place to be.
I run cold down there.
Yeah, me too, dude. My shit's
Not
like,
me.
dude. Nobody's gonna tap
Like
us.
if I had to do one of those things where we all lined up and just dropped trout, I would not want to do that.
Oh,
I
would
hated
never
that
do it,
in
dude.
school, man.
I'm
My
I'm so
shit
fucked
sits
up.
so
I'm
small.
always
So
ready to.
fucked up.
I'm always ready.
You're
to
ready
do
to
that.
go.
Yeah,
You're
uh-huh.
one of those guys that's just like
This
hanging.
is the conversation is actually
Do they
kind of
still?
making
Do
me
kids
hard.
still have to do that? Do kids still have to go through showers like that, like we did in school, man?
I used to have to spread my ass cheeks
I
up
don't
to
know.
prove I
Cool.
wasn't
Like our
smuggling
gym
shit
teacher,
into the
man.
boys' school.
Oh, we used to have a pedophile that would shower with us.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, did you just hear what Teep said?
What?
Yeah,
It got blown past. He said he had
I
to
heard
use to
him.
spread his butt cheeks
I heard.
What'd you say?
to make sure he wasn't smuggling stuff into his boys' school.
You're too skinny to smuggle anything. As soon as
Dude,
you bent over, it would just go
Well,
like that.
They probably thought he was a crackhead. That's how skinny he's got.
I could
Crackhead
fit a whole
metabolism.
Star Wars lunchbox into my asshole filled with heroin
You know what I used to do?
when I was 7.
I used to steal nudie mags.
Oh, from where?
From the convenience store.
Okay.
And sell them at school.
What?
For what
Man, you've
price?
always been a hustler?
Like 10
Of
bucks,
course, of course.
$5, whatever, man. When
Yeah.
when you're a kid, $5. That's why you remember when you were a kid, your grandparents would send you like, here's $30 for lunch money. You're like, oh, you're a kid, you don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need that money, dude. And they're dead.
I would sell video games and Pokemon
They're
cards.
dead.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, I ran scams back in the
Dude.
day. I was
Yeah,
a
we
very
all did,
scandalous.
dude.
I was scandalous.
Yeah.
Yeah, in college, I used to sell used golf clubs on eBay back when eBay was first started.
Oh, this guy's a fucking, dude, some dude's getting mail to his house. He's selling his mail. This guy's selling his mail on eBay.
When I was in college,
This guy was just I guess the guy who lived in the apartment before me was in the Illuminati because he gets his magazine I've never heard of.
Is there an Illuminati weekly?
And the inserts inside, it's all just like $1 million cars, dresses that nobody can afford. And the inserts are gift cards, like $500 gift cards to these leather makers and shit like that.
Yeah, it's some sort of shit.
I just sell them on eBay.
That's great. For like half off or whatever?
Well, yeah, like $200. Cost me nothing.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah.
Straight fucking cash.
Should have filed the change of address form, asshole. It's not my fault.
He's probably dead with my grandparents
Yeah.
who don't send me Christmas cards anymore.
Fuck you, Tom Jenkins.
Fuck you, Tom
Fuck
Jenkins.
you, Tom Jenkins.
That sounds like a shady fake name. Someone like, hey, I'm Tom Jenkins. I'm like, oh, so you're undercover? Is that what it is?
That's because it is a fake
Tom
name. I couldn't
fucking
remember what it
Jenkins?
is.
It sounds like he's
I'm
wired
John
for sure.
Johnson.
Hi.
I'm John Johnson.
I'm Steve Steverson.
Or how about someone who's like, their last name is Dick and they name their kid Harry? It's like, what are you doing, dude?
I swear to God,
What
I
are
knew
you doing?
Whose last name is Dick?
when I was
There's like people that.
Andy Dick is the only one I can think of. I don't even think that's his real name. at
Okay.
this stage.
According to your tattoo
I mean, you thought of
rule,
one right
the
away. You think
one's-
that's the only one in the world?
Harry Dick.
When
Oh,
I swear I'm not. When I was a kid, there was a girl in my school whose last name was Sult, S-U-L-T. Her middle name was Ann. Take a guess at her first name.
Violence.
Pepper.
Pepper.
Ann Salt.
There you go, right
I
there.
mean, you're torturing this girl with this.
Harry Dick was a Canadian professional ice hockey player who played 12 games in the NHL.
Hey, dude.
There was a
You're
guy.
right.
There was a guy in NASCAR named Dick Trickle.
Oh, I
Yes,
remember
of
him.
course
Yeah,
that.
It's like, come on, man. So their real names are Richard, but they go by Dick because they think it's funny, right? Who looks at their child, this amazing, amazing thing that just happened in the universe, goes, and your name will be Dick.
What about Dick Whitman? No, Mad Men.
Why is anyone naming their kids Dick? It's rude.
It's a shitty name.
It's like your name is Dick, and you shall get your ass kicked in high school.
My college roommate's
For 6
name,
years.
My college roommate's name was Boner Cummings. And I'm like, who names their kid Boner?
Yeah,
like,
really.
And his
What
middle
was his
name
middle
is
name, man?
B.
Was your roommate
Boner B Cummings.
Tebow? Was your roommate you?
Yes, it was, Sam.
Bum bum
Yes,
bum
it
bum.
was. The more you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I knew a girl. Her name was Vag, and her last name was Tastic, dude. Isn't that crazy? It was wild, dude. This girl I knew in college.
I mean, names are changing though. You remember back in the day? Now they're all stripper names. Like everyone's like Anastasia.
And nobody cares about spelling anymore. Like, fuck spelling.
Yeah.
Any way
Yeah.
you want to spell. It's phonetic, almost all of the spellings now.
If you're a comic and you still do jokes about how black people name their kids weird, you're a hack. Because white people are just blowing black people out of the water. I mean, it is just getting ridiculous.
Dude, my sister, they named their kid River.
See, now it's getting like that. You know, like I like the black angle more, which would be
River's
like
not that bad.
Like Shampoo, that's a good black name. I haven't met a Shampoo yet, but there's got to be a Shampoo Jackson somewhere, fucking circling a stripper pole. Oh, have you seen the video of the strippers praying?
Oh yeah, so
I saw that too.
I love it.
Oh my God!
there-
it has to be fake. It's so funny. It's real.
I think it's real.
It's-
I mean, Jesus
God
ran with
damn
hookers.
it.
Why wouldn't he love strippers? You know, he ran with a hooker.
I'm pretty positive Jesus was a full-blown gay man, and I'm willing to say that live on this show. And if anybody has a problem or terrorists want to attack us or ISIS wants a piece of us, you come find us. Me and Sam Tripoli are not afraid of ISIS.
I am
We
not
challenge you,
part of
ISIS.
this.
You want some ISIS?
See, I think
See me
they're
and Sam
serious,
Tripoli.
but the guy with the camera gets that it's funny. Because he's like putting the
Right.
camera on their ass.
Have
and
you
stuff
heard
like
this?
that.
Well, they must do it every
No.
day.
How can we
They must do it all
Can
the
you get your
time.
audio up on it?
By the way, the one in the back.
So it's these strippers praying
is
before
smoking
they.
hot.
My kids need a motherfucking.
She, this one, that one.
Hang on, let
Oh.
him hear it.
Anybody else got something to pay for?
Six of my kids need to stack daddy.
Yeah.
I need teeth. I need a new wig.
See, they're kind of joking.
In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Play from the beginning.
Did you ever watch that movie with Jamie Foxx, The Players
Listen,
Club,
hang
Bernie
on.
Mac?
No,
Just like this.
ask you that we make a lot of money tonight. Because motherfucking black youngsters coming
so
through.
much, dude.
And bitch, I need my ass done.
Bitch, I need my ass done.
Jesus, please don't let my baby dad come up
Please
here
let
and
Harry
fuck
Connick
my
come in
money
here
with
and-
his hoe ass. Not tonight. Or I'm gonna call his motherfucking PO on his ass.
She is That one chick is
Can I just say something to all the strippers in the world? Ass implants aren't sexy.
No.
They don't look good.
Ugh.
And it's just like you're killing my boner.
I don't
here.
even like breast implants.
Yeah, no implants. Yeah. No implants.
Just be you.
Get
Is
this
this
money.
in Atlanta?
Be you.
I love black strippers.
you
Have I
know
said
it.
that
You
yet?
wait. You like black strippers?
I love them.
Are you shitting
my
me?
Instagram, all I follow are
You follow
fucking
black strippers on
black
Instagram.
strippers.
Yeah. We've talked about it on this show.
Oakland Raiders. So it's like my Instagram is basically Compton by the airport where that Magic Johnson is, and the Starbucks where it's like classy black. That's my Instagram. It's nothing but classy black.
If you only follow like strippers and stuff on Instagram, doesn't it get you like too worked up during the day if you're just scrolling and you're just like, I don't know, like I feel like
I just follow Olivia Munn. That's enough. She's got the hottest friends. This chick.
I bet
it's
she
just
does.
nothing but hot chicks.
I bet she'd be fun.
I
Oh,
bet she is
yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
probably
she
just got
seems
tired
rad.
of
I
pegging.
recommend it.
No,
Yeah.
she seems rad.
She probably got tired of pegging Aaron Rodgers in the ass.
yeah, take that, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, you listening to Punch Drunk Day?
And ISIS.
Yeah, watch
And
yourself,
ISIS.
dude.
ISIS, listen to me. If you want a piece of us, Aaron is here every single day. Aaron, every day, right? No. Yes, he said yes. His mic is off.
Sam, like you wouldn't let her peg you in the ass. Give me a
No,
break.
I
Come on.
did. I'm a straight exit homeboy.
Okay.
Nothing goes in there.
She wanted to.
I don't
I
even
love
want to
that.
get a prostate
I-
exam. I'm 40. I'm in my 40s.
You
I
should
should have
be.
gotten
Yeah, you
a
should be.
bunch done by now,
Right.
but nah,
You're playing with fire.
I am.
Maybe we can do that while you're getting the hot dog up your ass. You think we could just get a
Get a
dermatologist?
doctor in there.
Yeah.
Have him do
I
it.
love that
2 for
joke.
1 deal.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I love Galern's joke where he's like, my wife wants me to put something in my ass other than her fist. And I'm like, maybe both fists, but that's it.
He's a great writer too.
Maybe both
is a
fists.
great
Maybe both
writer.
fists.
That's it.
But that's it.
He is a great
Oh,
writer.
he's brilliant.
I
He's literally one of the best.
I enjoy his comedy. There's a couple guys there I really enjoy. Fahim is fun to watch. Who do you guys like to
great.
watch at the store besides me?
I was
Oh,
gonna
I was
say
gonna-
you,
yeah,
and
that
now
was
I'm pretty much tapped
Yeah,
out.
I get it.
Eric Griffin, I always enjoy watching. Just performance-wise, Bobby's the most consistent
Dio.
performer I've ever seen.
Who's your
Theo's
favorite
great.
comic
Dio's the best.
of all time?
Favorite comics of all time?
Yeah.
Besides Sam.
And besides
Sam Tripoli. Well, as far as stand-ups go, Steve Martin and Jim Carrey for sure. If we're talking comedians in general, throw Chris Farley in the mix, and those are my top
So
3.
you like a really physical.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Love those
Ticks.
guys.
Now, has it been what have you learned from being at the Comedy Store?
Oh man,
Like, has it forced
That's
you
a
to
tough
kind
one,
of
huh?
work
so
out of
much.
Because you were doing kind of you were always very funny, but you were doing kind of your own little thing, and you did that really cool thing where you played a robot. I forget it was in Stephen Glickman's show where you were like
Yeah, I do. I have a bit where I do it's a pre-recorded bit, so I'm basically lip syncing my own bit, and there's music, and there's just like some different like canned audience laughter and different stuff like that.
Would you say you're the white Jamar Neighbors?
Who, by the way, is going to go crazy. It's even money that he goes crazy, so that it's even money that you go crazy.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't look. I would say, you know what? Somebody recently said about Jamar and I, as another comic, and this was a huge compliment to us.
He wants to watch you guys fuck?
No, they said
Okay.
outside of that, they said that our chemistry, because Jamar and I work on stage a lot together, is like reminiscent of like a prior Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder kind of thing. Where they're both like out there and physical, but they complement each other.
Yeah.
But they're not. But they're also the approach is different.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You got that Iowa angle. He's got
Kansas,
that Compton.
yeah.
Kansas.
But there's no straight man. Yeah, they're
Right,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, Willie, that's what's great about the Wave is Willie plays the straight man a lot of times whenever the three of us go on stage. He's like helping set it up,
Which is weird for how gay he is.
Does anybody have a
Got
better
it,
haircut than Willie Hunter?
Dude, that flat top is.
I was telling him
It's
the other
not
day.
really flat. I call it more the vase. The vase. 'cause
I was
it
telling him
kind
he
of
needs to
like-
carve it into the cityscape, like the so it looks like Los Angeles, all carved.
There's
into
a
the
black.
center.
that's
There's a
He's like-
black
he's like, you
barber
are
that could
here.
do that. There's a black
Oh,
barber.
of course.
They
They're
can do anything,
amazing.
yeah.
They're amazing. We tried to get one on the Naughty Show to do a Decepticon logo into my adult film star friend's bush. And they're like, we do it, but it's different hair. It won't work. We're like, science.
That's really thinking outside the box.
What if they treat?
Hey, did you hear that? Come on. Who's getting gold?
Yeah,
Who's
just,
getting
know,
gold?
throw
You
it-
are, buddy.
You throw it around and it comes back and you catch it and you give it to the kids.
I love it. I love it. I love
Look
it.
at this one. This guy's got like a feather. That's really cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's amazing.
White hair. You can't do anything with white hair.
Asians got good hair, too. They have great hair.
Good, yeah.
But they only like to do two looks, bowl cut
right,
or
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
I think it's hard to style, though, from what I understand. It goes over.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I might be stepping outside of the lines here, guys, but I'm going to go on a limb and say Asians are ridiculous and we should get rid of all of them. Is that racist?
No. That's just political. And we don't work political on this
Half
show.
the planet.
God, I love black chicks. I love black chicks.
The new name of Sam Tripoli's new album. I love black chicks and I love black strippers.
That's
Yeah.
that was third
Instagram
place,
models.
actually. after
Instagram it would be-
Armageddon.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
working title right now.
It's
I have a
Instagram
couple
models,
things I
yeah,
want to say.
Instagram
I
models.
love
That's his
Instagram
number
models.
one.
So you get in the comedy store, you got these kind of set pieces, and it's. Would you say your act then was a little more abstract, maybe? And then the comedy store, you kind of like that OR is a crazy motherfucker, and it's a dojo, and you got to learn some stuff, and it's kind of like taught you to take that and work it within the comedy store style, maybe?
I think the main thing of the Comedy Store that has kind of taught me, I've always been loose with my act, but with the Comedy Store, depending on what time you go up, the original room is constantly changing. So just the other night, like I planned on doing a 15-minute set of material. Like I was planning on doing a certain thing. And then I felt this shift that whenever I just riffed a little bit with the crowd, that they were like, they wanted interaction.
Yes,
and
yes.
I bailed on the rest of my set, and it worked really well. So
The OR will force you to do that.
sometimes you have to, I think the Comedy Store forces you to be very present with whatever room that you're in comedy.
I also believe that the magic of the OR is that the lineups are insane and there's no host. So whoever just annihilated or crash and burn, you have to walk right into that.
Yeah. It's also it's also pushed me to just try as many different forms of comedy as possible.
There is a blessing going up late in the OR now because it's the only place you could work on shit.
Totally.
Unless you're a Rogan, that he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But if you're on that level, but I really just think it's like Rogan and maybe one or two, like Bill Burr, that can do that. Everybody else I see, everybody's just going for blood.
I mean, I did a set, like I most of the sets that I do are very different set to set in the OR, but I did a set recently where I said 2 words the entire 15 minutes, and then the rest was there was music behind me, and I was like just miming and like doing act outs and stuff like that, like with piano behind me.
I love it.
And I literally said 2 words in 15 minutes. So
And how'd it go?
it went over really well because it was one
I
of those
love
things
that,
where people
dude.
were watching and they're just like, what's going to happen next? Is he going to say something? And then also, I haven't seen anything like this, so I'm going to give this a chance because I was committing so hard to it that I was like, just follow me on this journey, you know?
No, the last person I saw do that was Adam Ray would do that a lot. He'd like do these characters on stage. We haven't seen that remember when Pauly brought in the German version of Pauly Shore? Do you remember that, Thibault?
The guy with the hair?
Yeah. He's like, I'm the Pauly Shore of Germany. That's how he'd tell everybody. When you met him, he's like, I'm the Pauly Shore of Germany, and he'd go up with this.
Which is like saying, like, I'm the Donald Trump of Denver.
Was he just playing a character, or was he like seriously popular in Germany?
He was really
He was
popular.
really
in
popular.
Germany.
Yeah, it was very.
And it was all music cues, and it was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. But, LA's weird, man. If you're a big fish in another place, sometimes people don't want to stay here that long. It's much easier to go back to wherever you are. And it's like comedy isn't the best place and the weirdest place right now. Like, there's so much opportunity in terms of creation of, like, content. But I feel like in LA, like, the sets are. It's like. There's not a lot of sets out there like there used to. I used to do like 3 or 4 a day. Maybe I was younger and I was hustling more.
I got 3 in the other day.
Well, there's also, I mean, if you go to open mics in Los Angeles, which if I don't have a show, I'll still go to open mics around LA. Dude, the amount of comics right now, like it's crazy how many comics are in Los Angeles right now pursuing comedy.
Right.
So it's super oversaturated right now.
It's so oversaturated.
Very, very oversaturated. So we're just in that boom right now. Like you see what's going on with like the renaissance of the store, like with everybody who's coming back and all the shows are like sold out most of the nights of the week. We're in like this comedy boom right now, and it'll be interesting who actually sticks around after that bubble pops again.
What are the guys you're seeing there starting out? What are the influences on them?
Shut
What's their
fuck
style?
up, Johnny.
What would you say their style is? Like who are they influenced
What
by?
do you mean?
Is there a lot of physical stuff, or is it more? Or I mean, like Burr, I would think would be really big with guys right now.
Burr,
I've seen a lot of people trying to do
Rogan.
Rogan. Yeah.
CK was a huge impact on a lot of comics for years. Especially you go to the open mic scene and you would see people doing a bad impression of what they thought Louis C.K. would be writing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it goes in waves. Like 5 years ago, everybody was trying to do alt comedy where they're just literally just standing at the mic and just like trying to be like kind of clever, not like serious like punchlines.
That was a big thing. No punchlines, and comics get called old school if they had punchlines.
Or they get called a club comic if there was like hard punchlines.
Which is so weird
which is
to me.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
And you would see there was a guy named Alf, and he was trying to become the talent booker.
Alf Lamont, if you want to harass him online.
Great guy, but he kept trying to bring the UCB guys to the Comedy Store, and it just wouldn't go well.
Well, I remember he would be like, hey, what we should do in the belly room is like, let's have a trivia night. And I'm like, this isn't a bar, man.
Yeah.
This is a goddamn comedy club. And
Comedy
if
club.
you're gonna take 12
The
spots
Mecca.
away on a Wednesday to have trivia night to sell Bud Light, fuck that.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. And you know why? Because people don't realize, yes, the Comedy Store is the mecca of comedy. I think everybody will agree with that. It's the mecca.
Everyone will agree with
Right?
that. Yes.
But what makes that room so amazing is that you get this mixture of LA and all these people who are staying in these hotels that are just, it's like playing Middle America sometimes. And it's like, if you're playing some hipster bar all the time, you're not going to get those people. So
Right.
you got to have that blend of everything, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why that place is so unique compared to anywhere else. It's just like they have like 5 hotels around them, and those hotels pack that place. And then everybody on their podcast talks about it like we are now, and it becomes a destination. Oh, we got to go to the Comedy Store one night.
Yeah, we just had people last week who came from London to check out Kill Tony on Monday.
Isn't
that they flew
crazy?
here.
Dude,
to
one
see
time
Kill
I was
Tony.
at the store and I was arguing with Brett Ernst.
Oh, that's never happened.
That's never happened to anybody. We're arguing about who knows what, football or politics or anything. He's such a contrarian. And I was arguing in such a loud way that I got a little red state on it. You know what I mean? Where my voice gets growly and I'm angry. And when I'm doing that, this guy from over here turns around and he's like, "Are you Teeb?" And I go, "What? Do I owe you money? Like, did I fuck your girlfriend? Like, what's going on right now?" He's like, "I fucking recognize your voice." You know, you're like, he recognized the sound of me having a meltdown
Isn't that crazy?
from another country, from the other side of the planet, and is like, recognized. That's crazy.
That is
And
crazy.
it's people like that wouldn't be at the store if it wasn't for podcasts.
Sure.
100%.
Podcasts started, and
The
all of
internet's
us,
changed the game.
every single one of us, when podcasts started, were either great features or awesome headliners, and all of us had a podcast, you know, and all of us told similar stories. So it's almost like the Marvel universe, where it's like, hey, if you want to see Spider-Man and this, you know, buy this other comic, you know, where they would have those crossovers.
That is a
There's
good
a
way of
lot
putting
of it like that when it comes to this, because what people always say when they come up to me is like, I'm a fan of Punch Drunk, but I also like Tinfoil Hat, and I like Bill Burr's podcast, and I like Kreischer, and I like, you know, they'll give me 5 or 6 comics that they read. that are all connected in the same universe.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, is that really Red Band, right? That's a real Red Band? Someone asked me, is that the real Red Band? And I go, unfortunately. He walked right by me. Is that the real Red Band? I go, unfortunately.
I love Red Band.
Me too, man. He's family.
So, as we're hey, is there a show right after us?
No, Aaron said we can go till 5:30.
If you gotta leave, you can't. We're almost done. I mean, we're gonna go a little over because I just want to talk about real quick the NCAA.
That's
A
what
guy
I'm
just
gonna
messaged
cover.
us on Facebook, said he wants you to talk about it. He wants to hear what you think about Arizona.
About Arizona?
Yeah, and Sean
It's
Miller.
all fucked. We all know
he's
what
fucked.
Yeah.
He's fucked. How do you not fire him? How do you not fire him?
I don't know. Yeah.
If
You
he's
got to.
caught,
You got to.
doing it. But you know what, man? If I was him, you know what? It's like, hey, man, if you don't think everybody's doing that, I mean, that guy got one dude that
Right.
Duke's got 3 of coming in next year. Do you really think these guys that are all about cash going to the pros are going to Duke because they want to be part of that legacy? It's crazy.
I heard that.
This is from 2 hours ago. Sean Miller met Monday with people from Arizona, so he's going to learn his fate soon. Is what the headline says.
They're
Yeah,
gonna-
we know what his fate is. He's got his head on a chopping block, and axe is on its way down.
Can he coach again?
I think he can.
No, he can go to some little fucking weird little spot somewhere.
I mean, he got fucked. You know what he's going to have to do? Is he's going to have to go to the pros for a little while. That guy who's coaching Houston right now, Simpson, he was the guy who coached
Flippy, Slappy, Swanson, Samsonite.
He coached a couple NCAA teams. He got busted cheating, so they kicked him out. Now he's
Mike,
back. The guy who's the coach of
an
Houston.
assistant coach? Or are you talking about Mike D'Antoni?
No, the Houston, the Cougars of the NCAAs.
okay.
He went to the pros for a while.
Gotcha. Hold on.
This whole scandal.
Oh, Kelvin Sampson.
Yeah, dude, this isn't shocking. We all know it's happening. And the only reason this
shit.
is going down, you know what these kids are? You know what these kids are that are getting busted for this? They're like weed dealers of like 5-10 years ago,
yeah.
where you're like, everybody's doing it.
Everybody knows about it.
Now, and then now that's legal, it's not a big deal. They should let these kids fucking do whatever they want.
How ahead of its time was that fucking movie Blue Chips? That's like exactly. Do you remember that movie?
You are
Nick Nolte?
totally right,
That's
yeah.
exactly what's happening.
Shaq came out and said he got paid. He goes, as soon as the,
Dude, I went to a relatively small college. I went to Ball State
and they
University.
paid you to do karate.
And no, but I lived above a place, and so there's like 4 apartments, kind of like where we used to be neighbors. So it was like that up there, and it was football team, me and my alcoholic buddies. So we'd always play spades with all
Were
the
those
football
buddies
players.
you, Jason?
I wouldn't say
Yes,
spades.
they were, Sam.
Bum, 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 bum.
The more you know. But and dude, this is back then. A couple of them went pro. Bernie Parmalee. A few of them played, a little bit in the pros. The stuff that they got and the little payouts that they got at a school of 20,000 that was at the MAC conference, and you're just like, Alabama, Notre Dame,
Oh, yeah.
Michigan
Dude,
State,
Alabama, the guy said he
Florida
got paid.
State, Florida
and
State.
that story went away. It's just because the people who run the NCAA, these greedy old white dudes, want to keep all the cash. They don't want to give, and it's not that much to pay every player
They got a loophole.
in
They got a loophole.
D1 basketball.
They got a
It would
loophole.
cost you about $180 million a year. Now you're like, that's a lot of money. Not when you think that they signed an I think, and this might just be with one channel, 8-year, $8 billion fucking
sure.
deal. So that doesn't include ticketing, merchandise, or anything like that.
Well, the problem with that is, and the argument that comes in is, yeah, you could do that, and football as well. Sure, that's a big one, and they believe me that they make a lot of money in college football. But then you go, what about then you got to pay all the athletes? So like now, what do you pay a female volleyball player?
Well, that's why
Now
you
what do you
tell
play
the
a female
females,
softball
welcome
player?
to your first life lesson. If you don't generate
That's the
money,
conundrum, though.
you don't get paid.
That's the conundrum.
They get $1 billion
And you know
a year
what-
for March Madness.
And you know what I would
every
tell
year.
these ladies? Your
21 days, they make
sport,
$1 billion. In 21 days, they make $1 billion.
Nuts.
None of it goes to the athletes.
Your sport is only able to function at a college because football and basketball make so much money. They fund the rest of the stuff.
That's your payment.
That's
yeah.
true.
You
That's
get to
true.
go to school
Yeah.
for free
So
at a
this-
sport that nobody gives a shit about, right?
Dude, if nobody's, you
No, I
just
mean, I'm
can't be
agreeing
like,
with you,
we
yeah.
should have a. If you generate like a women's soccer, The women's soccer, the Team USA, they generate ratings. They should get paid. They should get paid whatever the men.
They should not get paid like a man.
No.
What?
Can we agree on that?
Yeah, we are.
We can agree on that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sam was thinking that women had better ratings in soccer than men, but that's not. the
Isn't
case.
that what their argument
No.
was?
No, they don't. Though. I mean, we
Okay.
looked it up the last time we talked about it, and they didn't.
But they again,
It's okay though.
they
But they should get paid though in
Less than a
correlation
man.
with what they get paid.
Yeah,
I mean, what the ratings are.
Yeah. See, dude, that should be your podcast.
chill,
You
dude.
just saying
Everybody
the weirdest
chill
shit.
out.
That should be your
That's,
podcast.
yeah, it is. It's called Punch Drunk.
Yeah,
I've been
it
doing
is.
it for
You're right,
7
you're
years,
right,
and
you're
I
right.
Because
appreciate our three listeners.
what women's sport is more popular? You're right though. I mean,
Women's tennis is
that's the
more
one, yeah.
entertaining than men's tennis, or
Yeah.
equally as
they have
entertaining.
I think female MMA is really.
Oh,
here's the key
female
that-
MMA. I'm all in on female
Talent pool
MMA,
is like
tennis.
Because it just started. Here's the thing with female
Golf.
sports. I've said before on the show.
They can't hit as long.
The sports that the female sports that blow up are the ones where two things happen. They can piggyback on the men's sports, like Wimbledon, right, or the UFC. Those are big sports because you're covering the guys, and the women get as much heat when they can combine their sports together. The sports where it's not already established, meaning like the NBA, baseball, right? The reason the WNBA can't get any traction is because they're competing with highlights from Michael Jordan, Blake Griffin, all these high-flying superstars, and these girls are doing layups. They should lower the rim, man. They should lower the rim, man. 9 feet. Why not?
I don't care about
Dude,
that. I don't
that
care
would
about
be
that.
super entertaining.
Let these
actually.
girls
I wouldn't
dunk.
be into that.
Why not,
Dude,
man?
if we started
Then
seeing
I'm watching eighth grade
montages
basketball.
of
To me, it's just like the
think even the
athleticism.
eighth graders play
The
it.
WNBA and women's. My mother has season tickets to Notre Dame's women's basketball, which they are always in the top 3. She goes to almost every game. I've gone, and it feels like I'm watching. And this might sound misogynist. That feels like I'm watching a high school basketball game or an 8th grade game. When
Yeah.
I look, because I've been to every NBA stadium. I've seen so many pro games, and college.
The only thing they can do is shoot. They can really shoot the women.
It's great,
That's
and
it,
you
though.
know a pick and roll is a
It's-
pick and roll,
it's
and
1950 Celtics basketball, and it's fine.
and that's fine.
what they
but
do.
I'm saying I don't care. But
They
when
need to lower the rim.
I watch women's tennis, I am as excited as I am watching men's tennis.
Well, they can get volleys going. It's almost better because there are so many aces.
it's incredibly competitive.
hey man, I
Do you guys remember Slam Ball?
Of course,
Yes.
you know that's
Dude,
back
I'm-
again.
Is it back?
Yeah, yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I actually really enjoyed Slam Ball.
It's back.
The
I've seen the
trampolines,
highlights of- yeah.
Dude, the shots that they would pull off.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, so fun.
go big. Yeah, mix it up.
I always say this,
lower
because-
the rims and let these girls dunk.
have you?
Dude, yes.
How much of the Olympics have you guys been perusing,
I
watching?
watch curling.
Curling, I watched a lot.
Gold medal
and I
for
won.
the
You
men.
could do that. You could knock people.
Oh,
over.
absolutely, yeah.
The men curling is one of the greatest comebacks in Olympic history.
Yes. Oh my goodness,
That is great.
dude, I love
Wow.
this. I love this.
That's what they should let the women do. Just have trampolines. That would.
No, you know what? I was thinking about this. You know what would make?
Oh,
Oh
this guy
man.
is terrorizing
Oh.
people.
So you don't have to dribble at all once you're on the trampolines. It's just do whatever you want with the ball.
Yeah, you get 2 bounces and then you try to score.
I like it. It's too weird though.
It's very weird.
I like it though. I'm telling you, that's what the XFL should do. They should try to come up with some crazy shit.
Trampolines like right at the goal
Not
line so you can jump
trampolines,
over.
Hey.
it.
Just
Over
make
the
it.
field goal.
They should
That's
try
a
to be
3-point
more
conversion. You
like
have to
the-
go through it.
Punch Drunk prediction coming in. We're right about a lot of things. Here comes mine. The highest paid player in the XFL,
will be.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he should.
I'll
They should
buy
get
that.
Vince Young, Robert
Second
RG3.
guess. Second guess. If they can't get Tebow away from baseball, Johnny Manziel.
For sure.
Johnny
Manziel, he's
Manziel.
got a criminal record.
And
he
he'll
said he
sell
wouldn't have.
tickets.
They'll
They'll
sign
sell
him. They'll
tickets.
sign him.
Vince McMahon said he wouldn't let anybody play who had a criminal
They'll
record.
let him
Oh,
play.
yeah, because that
They'll
guy's
let
just
him play.
been straight and narrow forever. That guy's
Guys-
never done anything dicey.
It's an all-American league for
So
all-American
that's my-
white people.
That's my take on the NCAA. This is only happening because they're greedy as fuck. And I hope the whole thing burns down.
It's going.
I
to.
hope they keep. I hope
It
all
will,
the big
Sammy.
programs get nailed,
It will,
and we
Sammy.
all know, comes out what we already knew. You're not getting these guys unless you're playing dirty. These guys don't give a shit.
They need a
dude.
minor league.
No,
and
you're
let
right,
them go
dude.
out of high school.
You're right.
Well, dude, I just think they need to get. And we've already discussed this. That they need to get rid of the amateur sports and make it a semi-pro for NCAA because they generate so much money for the universities that they should just be like. They should make it fucking a little scratch. Everybody at that level should. That's because if you let the colleges start paying people, they're worried about, oh, I'm only going to go where I get paid more. If everybody gets paid, then it's more of an
Yeah.
equal balance.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
you'll see other schools maybe that didn't historically.
You know how you make women's
this is
basketball?
the best debate. Like, it should be just political debate with Jayson Thibault.
You know how you make women's basketball more interesting? Landmines.
No, you know
Think
where
about that, dude.
Australia has
Hear that, dude? Do that.
you
You hear that, ISIS?
Australia has netball. Do you know what netball is?
Australian netball. Oh,
It's
what
like
is it
basketball, right?
But it's just like girls and like they're hot chicks playing it instead of like
But
Well,
it's
that's what they're
basketball.
angry lesbians in that WNBA
It's like basketball with
with hot
models.
chicks.
Here we
yeah.
go.
Oh, they're so hot, dude.
This is
Yeah.
South Africa versus
Dude,
Australia.
check out that rep.
That's like the.
Netball.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
I already like it. and
The
I
one on
don't
the
even know
right
how to-
is absolutely
Like
stunning.
they play mini skirts.
What
which is just silly. It's like those old Star Trek episodes where the chicks all have skirts.
It's called netball.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's.
Yeah, but you know what's so funny about
This
mini
is a 2-hour video. Let's like a.
Look at that. Yeah. Hello, netball.
And what's the
I
premise?
know. I'm
behind
trying to
this?
get to a highlight. Here we go.
Oh, so
Oh.
it looks like a basketball with no rim
Oh, that must be
or
hard.
no backboard.
Yeah. What happened? Oh, think about how often somebody has
Hold
to go
on.
fetch the ball.
So
No
they
one
have to
playing
go,
defense.
and then they jump the ball every time.
So you can't dribble. There it is.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
what-
you
that's
can't
it.
dribble.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't
So
dribble.
once you get the ball,
It's like ultimate frisbee.
It's
Yeah.
ultimate frisbee.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
okay.
ultimate frisbee basketball
dig that
with a ball.
with like
And
a
skirts
lot
and
of
hot
fucking.
chicks. They're all dressed like Uhura from Star Trek.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Oh, you can bounce pass though.
Look at
Interesting.
that.
All the refs are dudes.
What is this?
This is the best thing. What's the name of it so people at home can watch? while we-
Netball.
while we watch
Australia
the video?
versus
I want to
South
play netball,
Africa.
and I actually want to do curling. I think that would be a
Me
fun
too.
punch drunk video. Like
Oh.
the three of us go curling.
Yes.
What I want to start doing on the show, and then we'll wrap it up, is that I want to do UFC live UFC shows at the.
Oh, I was at a gig, but I wanted to come to that. That sounded like what a
the
great
Sycamore
idea.
Tavern.
Yeah, what a great idea.
They show it for
Oh,
free.
yeah.
It doesn't cost anything, and we just have.
we
if
should
you're-
do like a
viewing
UFC
party.
thing, and then maybe a punch drunk show afterwards or
I'm
something
not
like
against
that.
that. What?
Betty's on.
Yes.
Yep, I knew that.
I want to get into that. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of bets. I've been doing my parlays. Haven't hit yet, but
Yeah.
I'm getting close.
I'm in close.
Getting
too.
close.
And you
playing
got
the lottery.
March Madness coming up, which
I
is
just
just
don't care.
By
I-
the way, I got a $25 bonus. Turned it into $250. Took it out.
Look at you.
Thank you, BetDSI.
Thank you, BetDSI. Go to BetDSI. Use the promo code PUNCH25.
Yep. What does that get you, Sam?
That gets you $25 betting cash.
Free
And-
money to gamble
And they'll
with.
double your investment. Your
Yep, your initial so you put $100 in, now you got
Yeah.
$225.
Boom.
25 of those are from your good friends here at Punch Drunk. Hope you win. March Madness coming up. UFC's always around.
This
and
is my second
baseball's
favorite time of
coming.
year.
Second favorite, really?
October's my favorite because it means NBA's about to start.
September's
But all the major sports are going.
September.
A Clippers fan would prefer the beginning of the season to the end of the season. the
Look at,
playoffs.
look at this guy coming in strong.
Such a garbage.
There's always
Johnny.
hope at the
what
beginning
a
of the season.
garbage take that is.
Johnny coming in with,
Unbelievable.
I mean, what kind of fan prefers the beginning of the NBA season to the
Garbage
fucking
take.
postseason?
I just because we hadn't had basketball forever.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
God, such.
We don't suck yet.
Oh, and then
Yes.
we're gonna do an NBA summer league trip. We all go
Oh,
we
yeah.
all go watch it together.
in Vegas?
Yeah.
Also, hey, the Q&A for Patreon, that's coming up.
okay,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
coming
so-
up.
yeah.
So tweet us.
Oh no, it's not tweet. We put out a poll on the Patreon or email thing, and people send us questions.
All right. So that's our show. It's a little short today because Bill Burr had to go long, and that's fine. It's his network. He can do whatever he wants to. He's looking shredded, you know. Anyone else nervous about him flying helicopters?
I am.
I get really nervous about
Yeah.
that. When you're famous, you should never fly yourself.
Like
That's
if
my
like
opinion.
like like if I blow up and I'm like, guys, I got a submarine. It's like I'm about 2 years away from going belly up.
Dude, you know what sucks about being a
Submarine.
conspiracy theorist? It's like
It's like
you're
I don't need to be in
paranoid
a
all the
submarine.
time. Like I was flying into Vegas and the fucking plane was. I'm like, oh,
You
this
see that plane
This
catch
is how
fire?
the fucking Illuminati
caught
get me.
fire?
Yeah. Southwest. Look up Southwest plane the other day.
Yesterday. Push all your social media before you go.
Sure. Follow me on social media at Jeremiah Standup, JeremiahWatkins.tv, and I'll be co-headlining the La Jolla Comedy Store with Red Band on March 8th. So if you're in the San
That
Diego
is awesome,
area,
dude.
yeah, check that out.
I love Red
The
Band.
airline called it
Yeah.
performance issues.
I'm really happy for you. You're kicking out. You work really hard, dude.
Thank you.
And I appreciate your grind. And everybody sees it, and I'm happy that's starting to pay off for you. So that's really great.
Thanks,
And
buddy.
I think the future is very bright for you. All right, guys, that's been Punch Drunk Sports, and we'll see you next week, man. Where winners win.
Yeah, look at this.